I am Sarah, modern day shaman and spiritual mentor, and I am here to give you a little bit of a look into the way you can reframe a little bit of your life. Now, we all know, don't we, that fear stops us. It keeps us stuck. And everything that you seem to want or desire or dream of is right there on the other side of fear. Now, wherever your fear comes from, it doesn't really matter. It does the same thing. It keeps you quiet. It keeps you small. It tells you can't. Now, I want to talk to you today a little bit about a hummingbird. I've got some lovely stories around a hummingbird, but this one is about the fact that science says a hummingbird shouldn't be able to fly. Well, a hummingbird can actually do more things than just fly. It can go around, it can go backwards, it can go sideways, because its wings go around. They don't just go up and down, they go around. And therefore it can hover. Now, obviously, no one told the hummingbird that it cannot fly, and it's not afraid to do it, whatever. It has this perception that it has an innate ability to do whatever it wants, and it does. Now, this is what we have too, except we have layers and layers and layers of learned behavior given to us by our lives, in our quest for survival, in our quest to be accepted, in our quest to feel connected and not separate. So we live a lot of our life with limits, not like the hummingbird that can do all sorts of things, even though science says mathematically it shouldn't be able to. The hummingbird has the ability to connect with the infinite possibilities available to it. And so do we, if we can overcome our fear. So, our last little group offering that I did was the Modern Day Shaman Mastermind Light. It was part one of a series that I'm going to be doing, and it was a few months ago now. But that was all about giving you a taster of how you can access different parts of your energy, access different parts of your brain that are able to connect with the infinite possibilities that you have. Now, I'm going to be doing another Mastermind Light. You might have seen the posts about it. Next week, I think. Let me just check, because I've just got back from holiday and not next week. The week beginning the 25th of September, I'm going to be hosting another 4 days of live mastermind, Modern Day Shaman Mastermind Lights. And what we're going to be looking at is our connection to Mother Earth, our chakra and energy system, and how that holds so much information, and how we can actually nurture our own energetic systems in line with what's going on in the world. And then how we can connect to universal flow. Now, universal flow is that infinite possibility. We tend to limit it by deciding and expecting what is coming to us. So the Mastermind Light Part 2 is all about overcoming our own limitations of what we believe we can do and we can have, and stepping into something very much bigger. So if you think about it, we're all going to be living, hopefully, a life, and that life is likely to be a default life unless you choose something different. Now, this is where turning fear into possibility comes in. So I know I get frightened of myself, of the things that I'm going to be doing, and I'm sure that you guys do too. So I would challenge you, the next time you're afraid of something, don't go into default mode. Try something different. So if fear comes up, your default will be to stop, to check in, to work out, is this really safe? Should I really be doing it? And quite a lot, and 90% of the default will say no, stay here. It's too hard to go there. You're going to get too uncomfortable. Well, I would say to you, and the next time you feel fear around a situation, about where you're going, lean into it. What can you learn from this fear? What is being shown to you, and what can you do differently? So when I say do differently, just change something, and it might be something very, very, very small. If I tell you a little bit of here, share with you something in my life, hi Alana, of how I changed something. And I mean, it was a big thing back then. So when I first started getting into really deeply into the shamanic way and working out what I could do, I realized that I had created a life around me full of limitations, full of mirrors showing me that I wasn't enough, because that's what I had, a deep inner limiting belief that I wasn't enough. So therefore the whole of my world around me was enforcing that limiting belief. Now when I decided that I was enough, I was actually really quite cool, and I had these different things that I could do that made me unique. I had to change the whole of my life. Now I'm not suggesting you do that. I did it radically. I kind of jumped off the cliff, leaving everything behind me, and I had to rebuild and reinvent who I was. And I did that over a period of years. What I'm saying to you here is, when you decide that you are enough to jump over the hurdle of your own fear towards the other side, towards those dreams that you have of yourself, when you decide to change something and take that leap, things will move. Certain things will leave your life because you don't need them anymore. And because of the space that you've created, new things will come into your life. Now, I have one of my coaches is the lovely Lenka Lutonska, who is a member here. And she has a saying, and I'm going to quote her here. You have to let go of something good to call in something great. Now, I think that you guys are looking for something great, and you are looking to be fearless, right? I think I'm right there. But a lot of the time, your own self, the past, gets in front of you. So what I'd like you to do, and I'm going to challenge you here, is I would love for you to come and join me on my Mastermind Light Part 2 for a start, because we're going to be exploring your own energy and the limiting beliefs that you have around yourself, and how you can open up to the infinite possibilities of who you are. And we're going to do that over 4 days, live and supported. But I also, if that's not for you this time, or it doesn't fit in with your schedule, I challenge you here to feel into the fear of what it is that you've got in your life going on now. It might be that you're looking for a new job, you're afraid of finances, you're afraid of looking into your inner world because of what it might show you. You're afraid to look into the darkness of your unconscious, the shadow, because, you know, culturally, that's a bit uncomfortable. I mean, we looked at shadow last time in the Mastermind Light, and a lot of people were very resistant to doing any shadow work. Now, for me, shadow work is the most important, wonderfully informative play that we can have, because when you look down into your unconscious, the things about yourself that you're not really ready to show, you've got your amazing potential. You know, that part of you that's on the other side of fear, She's in your shadow. And unless you go looking for her, she's not going to come through. So I say to you today, I'm challenging you here, please do come and comment all the way in this post about the things that are holding you back, the things that you're afraid of, and let me help you move through them. Even if you choose not to, reach out for support. I challenge you to do something different around your fear. If you're feeling fearless, if you're feeling brave, courageous, lean into the fear and do whatever it is you're afraid of. Then celebrate. Doesn't matter the outcome, doesn't matter if you perceive that you failed or you perceive that you've succeeded. Celebrate the action, because this is the breaking of the hurdle, the pushing of the boundary, the getting to the other side. And this is what I want to give you today. Now, while we're all here, what I would like to do is invite you, I see we've got 8 people watching live, to join me, 9 people now. I'd like to invite you to join me in a Gaia healing. Now, I'm very lucky. I live in the UK and I've been in Europe. I've been in beautiful weather, enjoying the sea in Greece for the last week. But I know that you guys across the pond are facing severe weather, very much like nothing you've ever seen before. And there's been earthquake and all sorts of different things happening. In fact, in Europe, there's fires everywhere because it's been so hot. The whole of the European Mediterranean is gripped in what we call over here Lucifer, which is heat of over 100 degrees every single day. So there is something really going on. I read a great post the other day that said that, you know, when Donald Trump said that there was no such thing as climate change, our weather system said, hold my beer, here I come. So I want us to join together today, if you feel that you can, and send our energetic intention and love over and around our earth. And I'm going to lead you in that. Now, this is something that I haven't done for a while, but I used to do every single month. And if it's something that you would like me to continue to do, please do come and comment on the group. Expand your energy, expand your impact, and let me know, and I will do something about that. So while we're all here, we're diminishing in numbers. If you'd like to close your eyes, feel your feet on the floor, and come down into your center. Now, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing all of our energy creating a crystal wheel, and it's quartz energy, quartz crystal energy. The center of the wheel is a column of quartz crystal. It's a hollow column, and inside that we find very high vibration of angelic host. Now, I'd invite you guys to open your heart and send love fully from you to the center of the wheel of energy that is created in this crystal grid. Open your heart and send an absolute unconditional love and intention for the greatest good of all to the center of our crystal grid. If anyone comes to watch this video later, please do join your energy into the crystal wheel of energy here. Sending your unconditional love and intention for the greatest good for all. And allowing Gaia, our Mother Earth, to calm herself, if that is what is needed. Our unconditional love comes as green light into the center column. In here there are seraphims and cherubims, and I can hear the angelic host. The light within the crystal is amplified, and each one of us builds its energy with our intention. Don't feel that we are few. It will be enough. And at any time that you want to come back to this wheel of energetic grid, to top it up a little bit, it will be here for you. I will be doing that myself for the next month or so. You see that the column is just expanding. And I find that Archangel Gabriel is coming to direct. The central column lifts up. And out of the top comes our intention, our unconditional love, amplified by the quartz crystal, channeled by the angels and the angelic host and Archangel Gabriel. You'll see that that energy starts to circle the earth. We're up high. It spins around in spirals of green, misty light, and you can see that green vibration just sinking down into our atmosphere and bringing in a size. And what I'm seeing is that it's a I'm also told here by Gabriel that these are cleansing storms. They may well not feel that way when you're actually within them. And they are here to teach us much. The earthquake is an expression of quite deep negativity being released from the inside of the core of the earth. The earth takes in quite a lot, and sometimes it's got to be released. I'm also seeing a lot of soul activity around our earth. And I'm inviting the angels to open up the portals so that those that need to move through can do so easily. The energy of the weather systems over the Atlantic are quite certain. They're quite certain. They're female. And again, feminine energy must rise. Balanced feminine energy must rise. And when I say balanced, what they're showing me is that intuitive, inspired information and love and compassion must marry with that masculine drive forwards. Without the masculine drive forwards, we'll stay passive. We must stand up and take action. And it's the celebration of the action that's going to make a difference. So as I said to you earlier, and I challenged you to face your own fears, celebrate the action of doing that. However big, however small, not the outcome. Where am I? Yeah. The energy around the weather systems will shift by next week, 20th, where a new shift, a new energy will come through again. If you feel called to come back to this crystal grid, please do so. As I said, I'm going to be doing it for a month in my own time. You just need to set the intention to connect. And as a thank you, the angels are just completely bathing each and every one of you who's joined me and who will join me in the future. Oh, with just beautiful angelic love. You might hear high-pitched sound. That's their singing. It's a vibrational change for us. And as that energy sinks into your system, collect it in your center. Feel it through the deepest central part of yourself into your core. And then send it down out of your feet and into the earth. Connect with Gaia fully. Connect with our Mother Earth fully. Send her your love. Take a breath in. Ooh, and as you breathe out, just letting go. Thank you for joining me. That was quite a big meditation, a big intentional channel of healing out from us and then back into us. As you see, for every energy out, there's always energy in. So come and tell me what your fears are. Come and tell me where you feel limited. Let me help you. Lean into them, jump over them, and come and connect with whoever it is that's your future self that's waiting on the other side of your fear. I am excited that in 2 weeks' time I'm going to be hosting my second Mastermind Light Part 2. If you were there with me on the first one, come join me again on the second one. Didn't we have fun last time? I'm going to be coming back live over the next few days. I've got quite a lot of new information. I went to a wonderful cave in Crete where Zeus is said to have been born and hidden. So I've got quite a lot of new energy coming through. Just to remind you, your fear is the edge of your boundaries. Everything that you can dream of or desire is on the other side of it. Lean into it today. Be brave, be fearless, be courageous, and find out who you are tomorrow and the next moment and the next moment. Come give me feedback, tell me what you need. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you again soon. Bye.